Get ready with me for the 7th game of the season while I answer y'all's questions. I got a lot of questions pertaining to the wedding, so I'm going to answer those first. I'm going to try to keep it in categories. So my first question that I got was, am I changing my last name? The answer is no. I'm hyphening my name. I'm keeping my last name and then adding his on. That's just how I wanted to do it ever since we decided to get married. So yeah, it'll be my name, Leannalenee, my last name, Hunter. So I'm just gonna hyphen it. And I'm trying to say my product, so Watermelon Glow Toner, that's what I use first. The next thing I use is the Watermelon Glow Hue Drops. This makes my skin glowing, and then vitamin C from Dermalogica. The next question I got was, why did we choose Tennessee for our wedding? It's really not like a significant place or anything. We just wanted to get married close to home in Georgia for me and Florida for Travis, and Georgia for him. His parents are there, and he went to high school there, so he has a lot of friends coming from there, and we wanted it to be in driving distance for everybody, or just like convenient for people to get there. And then people who are flying, like I have a lot of family in California because that's where my mom's from. They can fly to into Tennessee, and it's not like a super far plane. So it's just really for convenience. And then we loved the venue. I fell in love with the venue there, so we chose it, and we wanted to get married on a bunch of land, and that's what we're doing. The next thing I use is 8 Saints brightening treatment. It's vitamin E, and then I also use the Murad dark spot corrector. This is new. I just added this, but it works like a charm because I had. You could still see it's there, but it's so small. So this like really works to get rid of dark spots. So that's what I use next. The next question about our wedding was, what was our initial dream wedding like? I actually wanted to elope, and just do it small, and just do like our parents and our grandparents, and that's it. And then Travis told me that like we're only gonna get married one time, so let's do it big. And he's like, every girl wants a wedding, whether they say it or not, which is true. But I just didn't care about all of that. I was like, I just want to get married. Like, I don't care to have a huge wedding. But he was like, if we're going to do it, like, let's do it big. So initially I just wanted to elope or do it just very small in like another country. But we decided that we're going to do it big. So that's what we decided. Okay, moving on to like a family topic. I got asked a million times about kids when we plan on having kids. I don't want kids until I'm married. I've always said that, since I was younger. I've never wanted kids before marriage. I don't really believe in kids before marriage. I think if it works for you, go ahead. But for me, that was just never in my cards. I don't believe in having kids out of wedlock. I think it's a really serious thing, and people just have kids with anybody. And this is controversial, and know it is, but for me, I just never wanted that. I want to do it right way. I'm a child out of wedlock. Actually, I don't think I am. My siblings are though. So yeah, I don't believe in it, and I don't want it for myself, and I told Travis that. And then once we get married, I want to enjoy marriage for some time. Before we bring kids, because we have a great relationship, and I want to establish a really healthy relationship before I bring kids in the world, because kids is important. That's an important thing that you go through. It's a really huge test in a relationship, and I just want to make sure we're stable, where our career is where we want it to be, so we bring kids into a world where there's no confusion. You know what I'm saying? Also, I don't know if I said, but I use sunscreen from Dermalogica, and then Laneige for my lips. Okay, I'm gonna go do my hair, and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm in a literal rush now because I did my cousin's hair. But next thing I use Professionals. This fills my pores. And it's like a primer. I use this first. The next question though was, do I believe in being a stay-at-home mom? Absolutely. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. My dad never made her work. So yeah, if that's what fits you, that's what fits you. If you want to work, that's also okay. Me and Travis have discussed this, like when we do have kids, I will stay at home for the first year of their life, and then I'll go to work, depending on like obviously circumstances, but that's like the plan. I'll take a year off and be with the kids, raise the kids. Maybe longer if that's what we decide or whatever. Yeah. Next I use e.l.f. Primer Gripper. I use this just to hold the makeup. The next question was also about kids. It was, how many kids do we want? My cousin's here. Say hey, Avery.
Hi.
Our hair matches. It was also about kids. How many do we want? Travis wants 10, but that's not gonna happen. I thought, I was like, I don't know who's giving you 10 kids, but it's not me. I probably want, in a perfect world, I'd probably have 3, but I told Travis we might have 4. Like, I might be okay with 4. It depends, like, when we decide to have our first and how fast I bounce back and how my body, reacts. You never know how you'll react to pregnancy, so it depends on that. But I think I'll have around 3 to 4. Okay, next set of questions. This is Tarte Double Beauty in the shade medium. Was about my career goals. I am actually working in my career field. I don't think I would change jobs. I don't think I'd change jobs. Like, I love my job. I love my career. I think I'll stick with this for a while. The only way I would change is if I were to go become a professor. That's the only way I would change career paths. Next thing I use is Halo Glow Beauty Contour Wand for, like, right here. The next question I got was, dang, I need to look, sorry. The next question I got was, did I like football before Travis? Yes. I grew up in a football family. I have 4 brothers. They all play football. My godfather coached for the Green Bay Packers. That's why I'm a Packers fan. So yeah, I loved football way before Travis. It wasn't just a Travis thing. Another question that I got was, how do me and Travis deal with the ups and downs of our relationship? That could literally be a video in its own, but I think the biggest thing is we don't let anybody have any type of say in our relationship. We don't vent to people about what goes on in our relationship. We don't, because that's like really venting to your friends, venting to your family. It just opens up your relationship to other people, and your relationship should be only between you two. That was Eloise powder. I use that under my eyes, and then I use Bare Minerals right here for bronzer. I use L'Oreal Infallible for my cheeks, and I do it really lightly. But yeah, so that's how we get through everything. We've never posted about our relationship problems on social media. Like, people fight, they like to, like, subliminally or subtly diss their partner. I don't believe in that. We've never done that. Even when he was in high school, he tried it, and I was like, yeah, no, we don't do that. That's disrespectful. We don't let other people in our relationship. That's parents, friends, anybody. That's a huge thing. And me and Travis, we used to fight when we were, like, early on in our relationship, but we don't really fight no more. We just, like, discuss. You just have to learn, like, to discuss things and learn that you're raised differently, so you love differently, you respect differently, you look at situations differently. And once you learn that you're 2 completely different people, your relationship will work, because you'll learn that you have to see where they're coming from, because they're someone different. They're not the same person. They don't see everything the same as you. Milk Hydro setting spray. Next thing I do is L'Oreal base. It's white. I do white first, and then I use Telescopic, which is L'Oreal too, for my bottom lashes. I use brown eyeliner. Oh, that's how my lashes look. I use brown eyeliner, Rimmel London, and Rich Brown for my waterline. I use Fenty highlighter and How Many Carats, and I just tap it right there. For my lips, I do Urban Decay in the color Conspiracy, and then Rhode lip gloss. I'm gonna use this Anastasia body shimmer oil right here. I don't know if you could tell, but. And that's it. If y'all want me to answer a question or talk about something, comment down below, and I will answer it next week. And go to the next video for my outfit.